Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Fairhaven High School. Fairhaven Union High School is packed house here tonight. It is the first round of the Division II High School Boys Basketball Playoffs. And we are here tonight as the Fairhaven Slaters are on the court playing host to the Milton Yellow Jackets out of Milton, Vermont. And just a quick little rundown of who's doing what as far as postseason pairings go. We have 5 and 5th seeded Fairhaven hosting number 12. Milton here tonight, and that is the first round. Actually, it was a game last night. That was a play-in game. That was number 16 MSJ beat number 17 Enosburg. So that was a play-in, the only game last night, and now the winner of that game, which was MSJ last night, will have to take on number 1 Hartford. That game will be tomorrow night. With me is Joe Howard, and Joe, we have a packed house here on hand tonight. We talked to Kim Alexander, the athletic director, on the way in here tonight, and very tough getting a seat in here tonight as you get a playoff, and quite possibly if the Fairhaven boys pick up a win here tonight, this might be their last home game here on this court for this season.
Very well could be, Greg. Thanks for having me. Yeah, high school basketball, the playoff time, the winter's going by, and the teams are the teams that will remain after this evening will have a legitimate shot to get to the Barry Auditorium later in March, and Fairhaven certainly could be one of those clubs. The 5th seed, as you said, we've seen them very, very good, and we've seen them, where they can just hold their own. So be interesting to see what happens this evening against Milton. Milton, a 12 seed, I believe, Greg, and
yes,
it could be interesting on paper. The Slaters should be able to do okay, but you and I both seen enough basketball to know that that's not always the case.
Well, how it breaks down, as we said, MSJ played last night a play-in game. They beat Enosburg, so they have the luxury of going to number 1 Hartford, which will be on Wednesday night. So.
Yeah, what a gift, huh?
Yeah, and then the other half of that bracket is number 8 Missisquoi with number 9 Lamoille. This bracket here has got number 4 North Country and number 13 U32. So those two teams will be playing tonight, probably at the same time we are playing here tonight. So the winner of this game will face the winner of that game. So when I said it possibly could be Fairhaven, I'm getting way ahead of myself, but Fairhaven being a 5th seed, assuming that they were to win tonight, would likely the likely winner would be the higher seed, would be number 4 North Country. That'd be a long trip if they have to do that. But
Greg, we don't get to see the northern teams until later in the year, this time of the year. But the one thing I know about the northern teams is there always seems to be a few more upsets during this time of the year there than there does down here. And I'm not sure why, but historically I've always found that to be. But if they do have to go, if the Slaters have to go to North Country, that's a hike. That's a trip.
Well, we've been up there a few times in the past. We're doing on our radio days. North Country is one of the schools that Fairhaven has played many times over the years. And as a matter of fact, we'll just give you some of the other seeds. The top, the number 2 seed is Montpelier. Mystery to us is we don't get to see them during our regular season. Number 3 is Harwood. I don't know a whole lot about Harwood either. So, and then number 4 is North Country. Fairhaven is 5. And also in Division 2, we have one of the top teams in Otter Valley. They're the number 6 seed.
So Fairhaven Otter Valley finishes the year with the exact record, but Fairhaven winning twice, both here and over there. As a result of the tiebreaker, they go to the 5th seed.
And then I will say that just a little research on this game coming into it tonight. These two teams, Fairhaven and Milton, have played mutual opponents. So that's, you can at least take a look at that. They have both played Virgins and they have both played Middlebury. And Fairhaven has beat Virgins and Middlebury. And Milton has lost 2 games to those 2 teams.
I saw Fairhaven play Middlebury here, and that was over early. I mean, it was a matter of minutes, and the Slaters were out to a 25-point lead and never looked back. So, again, any given night. But if you look at those statistics, you would say that Fairhaven would have the advantage. They certainly have the size advantage here, Greg, as you look down on both teams. Fairhaven brings in a couple of big kids with Phil Bean and the Buxton youngster, and they're talented to boot. Not only are they big, they're talented. They certainly are bigger than the Milton club. Milton has a senior forward, Gerard, who plays awful good basketball. So we'll see how he matches up against the size of the Slaters.
And like we were both talking about, it's just certain atmosphere you get when you get a playoff time happening right now. Is you get into the postseason. Very much different than a regular season game because there's no room for error. You got to bring your best game here, and if you don't, then you're going to be finishing your season.
Everybody's 0-0 at this point. Everybody, and in the state of Vermont, anybody that wants to go to the playoffs goes. As Division II had 17 teams, so they, as you said last night, MSJ played Enosburg for a playdown game, and so now there's 16 teams left, and everybody's 0-0.
Well, it's kind of funny. You saw a lot of that in the Division IV ranks. I was just noticing the other night how it was Proctor and West Rutland have split during the regular season. They beat the #1 team, each of them did, Grace Christian. So it just goes to show on any given night, you don't know. I mean, you got to bring your best game. We're looking at Division II. Division II, a fun division, as we have some of our local teams in here, as we say. We have Fairhaven and Otter Valley. Otter Valley, in my mind, I saw Otter Valley a few times during the season. Very dangerous team. They're not the tallest team, but they are very, very quick, and on any given night, they give you all you need, for sure. All right, we are having pregame announcements happening here. Kim Alexander is the athletic director here, and we have our officials, Joe, right in front of us, and we've seen these 3 veteran officials many times over the years. We have Chris Halnon, we have Timmy Barrett. Timmy, former head basketball coach of the Castleton women's basketball team, now athletic director over there, and Kim Levin. So veteran officials to referee this game here tonight. Over here to our left, as we can see, the Milton Yellow Jackets. They'll be introduced here on the floor in just a moment. Let me run down Fairhaven's roster. Actually, maybe we'll just listen to. Yeah, let Kim do it. We'll try to help out a little bit with this. I don't know how good we can hear Kim here, but that's Caden Gerard, #1, being introduced as a starter. Jaden Matumi, #2. Both seniors. #4 is Evan Jones. Evan is also a senior, being introduced. Sam Plouffe, a forward. He's a junior, #11. And #13 is Ben Godden. Ben's a senior. So 4 seniors out of the 5 starters, and there's the rest of the squad right there. Their head coach is Mr. Mert Sells. And now we're going to get the Fairhaven Slaters introduced. And there's Sam Cahill, #3, being introduced here on the floor. Sam Cahill is a freshman, by the way. #4 coming out on the floor is Jack Almeida, junior. #12 is Andrew Barker. Andrew's a sophomore. 14, Joe Buxton. Joe, a senior. And Phil Bean. So actually a young squad. You got 4 seniors here, Joe, for Milton starting, and just 1, Buxton, for Fairhaven. All right, we're going to have our national anthem here, so I think we are going to pause, or we definitely will pause for that. All right, there we have it, the playing of our national anthem. And a nice rendition of that. I should say not the playing, but that was the singing of our national anthem. And one of the young ladies here from Fairhaven doing an excellent job with that. And we are about ready to go. And across the way there, we see the rooting section for the Fairhaven Slaters. Look like they're all decked out in black here tonight, Joe.
We're blacked out tonight right here in Fairhaven.
All right, well, we gave you the starters, or Kim did, Kim Alexander. We want to thank her for helping us out get situated with the accommodations. First-year head coach Luke Vadnais, and there's Luke right in front of us. Luke's done a great job, Joe, with this team here. Got a lot of good coaching experience under former head coach Bob Prenovost over the years, and this is his first postseason as a head coach. And we'll have center circle jumping it up. It looks like Sam Plouffe will be jumping it for the Yellow Jackets, and it's going to be Joe Buxton will jump it up at center circle here for Fairhaven. And
you got to re-jump that. Yeah, you can't catch your own, so.
All right, so both those guys get back in center circle. Timmy Barrett, the official right there, to toss this ball in the air and get it tipped back. And it's going to be Cahill coming up with it. Now we'll set up the offense here. Jack Almeida. You got a pronunciation for that. Is it Almeida, right?
It is Almeida, yep.
Okay. All right, so Slater's just will start off slowly here. We're looking at, what, a zone defense here for Milton?
Milton does start with a zone. It'll go left side to Almeida. Now Bean will have it underneath. He surveys it. Back to Almeida. Underneath to Buxton. Buxton thinks about the three. Kicks it back out. It'll go to Bean. Bean's got a lane. Kicks it out. Long pass. It'll come out top to Almeida. Buxton, the three is on the way. In and out.
Very good ball movement. Good patience by Fairhaven. Sam Plouffe is number 11. He just got that rebound. Now we get a look at the offense here from the Milton Yellow Jackets for the first time here tonight. Yellow Jackets are going to not show the same patience we saw with Fairhaven. They fire one right up. That's Ben Godden, top of the circle. Misses off the rim. Fairhaven rebound.
Barker, the basketball for the Slaters as they quickly get it down the floor. There's Buxton. Buxton's got a lane. Kicks it back out top. Almeida will go back to Cahill. Back to Buxton. Shot it short. Bean gets the boards. Strong back up and good.
And there's where Sam Cahill does his best underneath, cleaning things up there. You'd think Joe Buxton, being 6'5", would be working inside, but he has two good games. Outside, he is a shooter, and certainly inside. Okay, top of the circle, Milton Yellow Jacket under the floor. Yellow Jackets get it into the free throw line. Godden gets it over to Matumi. Matumi, nice spinning move down low, left side of the basket. There's our first bucket of the ball game.
Nice move by Mitumi.
All right, some half-court pressure anyway coming on the ball by the Yellow Jackets. Fairhaven easily handles that.
Oh, Almeida's going to get a clean look. Nothing but net. You can see that from here, Greg. Got a wide open look and made it count. The Slaters go up 5-2.
All right, Fairhaven pressuring the ball, but Milton Yellow Jackets easily get by that. Caden Giroux is number 1 there. Giroux gets it into the right corner. Having a little trouble down there in the corner trying to get it outside to Sam Plouffe. And we will have a, what, out of bounds?
Out of bounds. It'll go back over to Slaters.
All right, it is a packed house here on hand for this one tonight, which could potentially be, again, the last boys' game of the season here. Girls will be playing next week as they're a week later than the boys in the playoffs. Ball at the Fairhaven end of the floor, Joe, and there's Buxton with it. Buxton at the free throw line, dishes off over left side. There's where we had that three a minute ago. We're going to get another one right there, and we got a red-hot shooter in Jack Almeida.
8-2, the Slaters. Don't be surprised if Milton takes a quick timeout here if that happens again.
All right, Yellow Jackets right wing shot, 4-3, Caden Giroux. Had a good look at it, shot off the rim, and we get an out of bounds underneath.
Giroux is smooth too. He did everything right, but make that one go down. So he got a good look and got a good shot off. The Slaters will bring it down. 3 minutes gone, period 1. 8-2 the lead. Cahill, nice pass underneath to a wide open Phil Bean. The Slaters go up 10-2, and as you would expect, Milton going to take a quick timeout here.
All right, there are the Yellow Jackets under head coach Mert Sells, and yeah, a couple of things we've seen so far. Good hot shooting by Jack Almeida, number 1, and then somebody definitely missed their assignment on that last shot right there. And Fairhaven will be trying to do that all night underneath, working it into Phil Bean.
It's hard enough to keep Bean off the boards when he's single and double guarded, but when he's wide open like that, it's going to be a long night if Milton doesn't make a correction there.
And this Yellow Jacket team we are seeing here for the first time, kind of interesting, the Fairhaven rooting crowd all dressed in black over there. It's the same color as Milton. I thought, oh, we got a Milton cheering section over there, but they're Fairhaven on the other side.
Milton will trigger it in. They'll work it the length of the floor. I anxious to see how long Milton will sit back in that zone when they come back on defense, Greg.
All right, Yellow Jackets. Top of the circle, get it into the free throw line over on the right wing. There's a good wide open shot. That might be 3. Sam Plouffe.
That was 3 indeed. So 10-5. They cut the lead in half. Here comes Barker for the Slaters. Buxton's got it left side. His 3 is on the way. No, rebound. Bean back up strong. No, a whistle and a foul. I believe it'll be on Plouffe.
Yeah, it was those two right together there. So big Phil Bean at 6'4". Plouffe on him. Looks about the same size. We don't have height statistics, but they match up pretty good. Phil Bean's going to be on the line to shoot 2 free throws.
First one is up and good, and we've seen him shoot a high percentage from the line most of the year, Greg.
All right, not bad free throw shooting right there by Phil Bean, and we have a score of 12-5, Fairhaven.
Fairhaven will pick him up full court, and that causes some problems. Buxton will get the steal. He'll bring it down himself. Looks left side, and it's stolen right back by Milton. So both teams turning it over quickly down the floor. The shot's going to be put up and no good by Girard, but followed up by 13, I believe, Godden.
Yes, Ben Godden there cleaning things up underneath. Got right in front of good position. There's Phil Bean baseline. The other end, got a good look at it. One of the Yellow Jacket players, Sam Plouffe, protesting as he getting up off the floor down there. Thought he'd get fouled. Now at the other end of the floor, Fairhaven end, or actually Milton end, we have a whistle and a foul.
Going to be called on Buxton, his first. Bean might have got away with a charge down on this end. Of course, he's so strong and so tough.
You saw Sam Plouffe there was just like laying on the floor and got his hands up in the air. What's going on here?
Girard the trigger for Milton. He'll get it in. You tell me it'll go back over to Jones. Jones left side, picked up out top by Almeida. Now they'll work it underneath. Godden's turned around up and good.
All right, so now we're seeing a Yellow Jacket team warm up a little bit. Ben Godden, a senior forward right there. We'll tighten things up a little bit. We got a 12-9 ball game. Fairhaven up on top.
Slaters will bring it across. They'll get it over in plenty of time. Max Cahill into the ball game now for the Slaters. Almeida back over to Sam Cahill. Cahill underneath, back to Max. It'll go. We also got another new player in for the Slaters. Wetmore, and he can light it up when he gets going as well. But he commits the turnover. It'll go back over to Milton.
That was, I believe, a double dribble is what they called on Dylan Wetmore. Dylan Wetmore, too, with an excellent shot. I've seen him drain a number of them so far. Some of the games we've seen. There's a shot, a little floater put up. Coming in left side, right-handed shot, one-hander by Ben Godden goes up, and there is a foul on that play. So Godden going to be on the line to shoot.
Yeah, Wetmore whistled with his first. 12-9, 3:14 mark. Here, period number one, the Slaters with the lead.
All right, so this quarter actually going by pretty quickly here. All right, so the free throw, Ben Godden, senior, listed as a forward on the roster. Ben Godden going to get the first one.
He gets them both, and it cuts the lead to one now for the Slaters, and they do, in fact, pick up full court. Milton does with the Slaters. We'll see how Fairhaven handles it. It'll go over to Bean. Bean strong to the hoop, up, no good, gets it back himself, back up, and good.
And again, one of the defenders down there, that was Caden Girard underneath, got knocked down to the floor, and he was looking like, oh, where's the foul on that?
Slaters back up by 3. Here comes quickly down the floor, Milton. Ball stolen away by Max Cahill. Cahill left side.
Just clean. Go ahead. He was going to say he cleanly stripped that one away. There's Max at the free throw line. Back
up. Nice look from Max to Bean, and Phil Bean will lay it up and good. 16-11 to Slaters.
All right, Jaden Matumi down the floor with it. Right side to Caden Girard. That's going to be a beautiful three-point shot right there on that one on that right wing.
Girard with it. He is a good-looking ball player. I heard good things about him before the game, and he's proven them right. He's playing very well.
Dylan Wetmore just tried a three at the other end. Matumi getting the rebound, and now the Yellow Jackets with it there end of the floor. Drive by the Yellow Jackets right down the middle. It is Wetmore defending that one. Stripped it away from Ben Godden. And apparently Godden touched it last, so the Fairhaven Slaters will have it back on that turnover.
Max Cahill the trigger. Into Bean. Max will get it right back. Almeida, right side. He'll work against Matumi. Sam Cahill with it. They'll play some catch. Max Cahill's three is on the way up and good.
Well, definitely seeing some shooting here tonight on the Fairhaven side. Actually, Milton side too. Both teams have hit a bunch of threes, and there's another three on the way, and that'll be a three.
Spoken at the right time, Greg. Nice shot by Girard. That's a couple for him. Still a 2-point Fairhaven lead, but Milton making a lot of noise here early on.
All right, Almeida now to the left corner to Wetmore. He comes in baseline, puts up a floater. That looked like a good shot, but Kim Levin's going to get an offensive foul on that play. So.
Call offensive. It'll be the second on Wetmore early in the first period. I'm assuming he'll take a quick seat.
All right, so both coaches making some adjustment. Head coach Luke Vadnais and Mert South, the head coach for the Yellow Jackets, just takes Jaden Matumi out of the ball game. Yellow Jackets now with it top of the circle. That's Gerard. Gerard will dish off. Left side of the free throw line. There's Ben Godden shot, little jumper there. Cahill coming up. That's Max Cahill with a rebound.
Almeida the ball. He'll play some catch out top with Cahill. Oh, and Max Cahill's going to throw it back to Almeida, but he wasn't expecting it. Goes out of bounds. The turnover. Back it'll go to Milton. 19-17. The score to Slaters by 2. A minute to go, period number 1.
All right, you are watching playoff action here. First round playoff, Division II boys. Fairhaven. There's a shot put up, miss. Max Cahill with the rebound. Cahill, good ball handler for a big guy. Brings it right over the half-court line by himself. Goes to Almeida, top of the circle.
Back to Max Cahill. Shoots another 3, no good. Rebound back up by Wetmore without putting the ball on the floor, but he doesn't get the shot to fall. It'll go back over to Milton. Now 37 seconds, period 1. Loose ball again. They'll trade turnovers. It'll go back to the Slaters. Cahill, Wetmore, 3 on the way. Good.
And there we go. Just waiting for that to happen. Is Dylan Wetmore an excellent shooter? We saw Jack Almeida hit a couple of threes. Now Wetmore getting in on it. Here come the Yellow Jackets and Caden Gerard into the free throw line. And Max Cahill going to strip the ball away. Ben Godden trying to get closer to the basket and lost the ball.
With 9 seconds, we'll see if Wetmore can get another 3. It's on the way. No good. Buxton back up. No good. Buxton got it again. Back up. No good. No whistle. The time will expire. Period number 1. 22-17 in a very well-played, fast-paced first period here in Fairhaven.
Well, that was a good finish, too, for Fairhaven. They couldn't buy a basket there at the end, but they had a number of opportunities. 2 attempts there, as you saw underneath by Joe Buxton. No foul on the play. And some good shooting, a little bit of everything. Got the inside game going, Joe, for Fairhaven. They're working it inside. We got Phil Bean involved in it a little bit, and then the outside shooting game there as well. And right now we are looking at your 3 officials out there at center court refereeing this postseason basketball game. Again, this is first round. Yesterday was a play-in game, so got all of our Rutland County teams in Division II still going at it. Fairhaven Slaters trying to earn a right to the next round here tonight with this first round. MSJ winning last night over Enosburg will play Hartford, and the Otter Valley boys are hosting Mount Abraham Union High School tonight out of Bristol, Vermont. They are a number 11 seed, so they should be on the floor at Otter Valley here tonight. Otter Valley, the number 6 seed, so going to be a lot of fun here for the next few days. This goes real quick, though, doesn't it?
It sure does. It sure does.
You see everybody here, and then a few days later, you got your Final Four picked out. All right, we're ready to go here to the second quarter underway. It's the Yellow Jackets inbounding the basketball, and we are underway. Score 22-17. Fairhaven up on top leading. Sam Plouffe, number 11 there with it for the Yellow Jackets. Passes off, little give and go. Plouffe will put up the shot, misses. And we get a rebound taken down there by Jacob Rathbun. Over into that right corner, there's a shot by Sam Plouffe, misses. Short on that one, and there's Buxton there for the rebound.
Almeida now will trigger it out top. It'll go to Sam Cahill. Brings it back to Almeida. Bean has it behind the three-point strap. Way out it'll come. Almeida again. Cahill looking to go underneath. Has to give it to Barker right side. Barker and Cahill will play some catches. Fairhaven very patient, looking to work the ball underneath. There goes Bean, strong out top. It'll go to Sam Cahill. His 3, no. Buxton gets the boards, a whistle, a foul.
And that one over the back or from behind. I'm going to guess that's Godden.
That's Godden. Buxton will go to the line. He'll shoot a pair. The Slaters up by 5 as we get underway, period number 2.
All right, we are at Fairhaven High School, Slater Nation here in the middle, actually more toward the end of the month of February here, and just a few weeks left in the basketball season. Packed house here tonight.
Buxton gets 1 or 2. The Slaters lead goes to 6, and Jones will bring it in for Milton. Gerard with it way out top. Boy, he's not afraid to shoot from there, but Buxton does a nice job to close. He'll kick the ball off. The shot will be put up by Rathbun. No good, but they got it back themselves. Another 3 on the way. No, Rathbun will get the board himself again. They tried to force it underneath, but Fairhaven will get the steal.
All right, Evan Jones on that second shot. Fairhaven, good transition down the floor. They get it underneath the Rathbun.
Over to Buxton. The fake by Buxton got Plouffe up in the air. Buxton lays it up and good. The Slaters go up 25-17.
All right, here are the Yellow Jackets at their end of the floor. Working with it is Ben Godden, number 13. Stolen away, Almeida coming up with it. Almeida on a 1-on-2 break down the floor. Gets up the layup shot, misses. Phil Bean, the rebound, started dribbling out with it. Buxton right behind him. He bounces a pass to him, and Buxton for the two.
Starting to slip away a little bit for Milton as they'll take another timeout. Their second in the half. 10-point Fairhaven lead. So it went from 1, Greg, late in the first period to now 10. The Slaters getting some decent looks now offensively.
And there are the Fairhaven Slaters who you were looking at under their head coach. And that is Luke Vadnais. Varsity assistant coaches, Jason Venezia and DJ Perry. JV head coach, Ken Webb there. JV assistant, Ryan Lawrence. Athletic trainer, Mike Finnegan. Of course, your athletic director, Kim Alexander, all doing great jobs here at Fairhaven High School as we are in the postseason playoffs. First round action. Just on the way in, Joe, when we were walking, and I saw right in the doorway, I said, can we get in here? And the young man in the doorway is going to be the new football coach.
Yeah, Adam Perry. Great for him, great for the community, great for the club. He's been at it a long time.
Let me see if I can get him on camera here, because the ball's going to be inbounded right there. And that's Kim Levins, one of your officials here. And right behind her, that would be Adam Perry.
Adam comes from a long line of football family here in Fairhaven.
Caden Gerard's going to inbound it, number 1 right there. So we are underway after the timeout. A little time for Milton to try to regroup. There's a 3. That's what they want to do right there.
He can shoot it. I mean, he's 3 or 4 feet outside the three-point strike. 27-20. He closes to 7. Here comes Bean, left side. Buxton thinks about the 3, backs it out, hits it.
That last 3 by Milton was Caden Gerard. Then Buxton answers it with another 3 at the other end of the floor. So just when you think you're going to gain a little bit of ground, Fairhaven with an answer. All right, at the Yellow Jacket end, Sam Plouffe over to that right sideline. And he brings it to the right wing. Is that a 3?
That's a 3 as well. Plouffe answers. So now the 3s are raining down for both clubs.
Milton going to full court press. Fairhaven handles it pretty well. Phil Bean now left side. Phil looking for a little help. Gets it to Cahill. That's Sam Cahill. Now it's Buxton driving down low baseline. Buxton trying to get some position underneath there, and there's a foul.
He had a lane. I don't know if, they're going to let him shoot. I didn't know if he was trying to pass the ball off or taking a shot. They say he was taking a shot. He'll step to the line for 2. The Milton coach might have an argument there. I thought he was passing it off as well. Buxton's first shot is up and on the way, no good. The lead still 7 for the Slaters. 5:09 to go, first half.
All right, second one is good. So we have 31-23 now, our score. Fairhaven leading with that basket. Joe Buxton doing a nice job at the free throw line. Top of the circle, the other end, Caden Gerard. Gerard gets it over to Evan Jones. Now they get it in free throw line to Godden. And Godden on the dribble trying to, I'm not sure if there's nobody underneath to pass it to. Gets knocked away out of bounds. It should be staying with the Yellow Jackets. So I have, I believe, a number 12 out there, which I don't see on my roster. We'll try to get that here at the half. Anyway, we have the ball inbounded by the Yellow Jackets. Travel.
Good call. Good call. He Gerard wanted to go to the hoop quick. Gets whistled with the travel.
All right, so this time the Yellow Jackets will back off and be at the other end of the floor waiting on defense. Looks like they're again setting up in that zone defense. Jack Almeida, Sam Cahill bring it down. The guard's top of the circle. Goes back out on top. Now they work that left corner. Phil Bean trying to make a move inside, kicks it over into the left corner. That'll be a three-point shot, and that's Andrew Barker trying to get in on the threes. Got a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, I think it may go on Buxton away from the ball. That may be Joe's second. I'll have to take a look here. It is indeed on Buxton. 4:31 to go here, first half. And indeed, it is Buxton's second foul. Second team foul. First team foul on the Slaters, 2 for Milton. Milton goes underneath, gets the ball. The shot will go up. No good by
That was Godden.
Godden, and Fairhaven will come down with it. Fairhaven quickly wants to come down the floor. Barker, left side. There's Bean wide open underneath, up and good.
He hit that. He got fouled, too. I think they got away with one. That could have been 3 right there, but they get the 2.
Lead goes back to 10 for the Slaters, and Fairhaven will pick up full court now.
All right, almost knocked into the backcourt. Jarrah with it, will pick it up. Jarrah top of the circle. Buxton getting on him defensively, brings it over right wing. There's a shot up for a 3-point try. Sam Cahill with the rebound.
That'll be a challenge for Buxton the rest of this half because he does not want to commit his third foul in the first half. So good recognition by Fairhaven's coach and Luke Vadnais as I think he's going to make a move and he's going to get Buxton off of Girard, would be my assumption. He needs to get off him because he doesn't need to pick up a foul. Milton has showed that they can come back here relatively quickly. And so you don't want to lose Joe here in the first half.
All right, so both teams out here. I believe this will be a short timeout. Packed house here on hand for this one tonight. Been a lot of fun for the Fairhaven fans watching their boys and girls basketball teams this season. The girls having an excellent year, Joe, as we talked about as well. One of the top teams in Division II as well.
They have 2 games left during the regular season, and then I'm assuming they'll get 2 games here at home, as I believe they'll be the second or third seed in Division II.
Well, the goal here on PEGTV is to try to get some of that, so I'll be looking for that in the video on demand section. And very glad and happy to be here to see the Fairhaven boys here tonight in the first round of the playoffs. Inbounded to Jack Almeida. That's Almeida and Cahill going back and forth at Fairhaven end as we got about 3.5 minutes left to go here in the first half.
Coach Vadnais did set Buxton as he didn't want to see that third foul come about. He puts Hetrick into the ball game. Almeida with it, right side Cahill. Cahill, the strong drive, no good. Bean will clean it up, no good. Bean gets it back himself. Double, triple team. The shot is up, good. And the foul. And one.
That is what you call working hard underneath. As Phil Bean is moving all over the place with a whole bunch of defenders hanging on him, it seemed like right there. Still manages to get the shot off.
It's a monster.
Of course, we talked about, I think, in some of our previous recordings of these games, how athletic these guys are. They a lot of football players. Phil Bean, one of the guys on the undefeated football team. They lost in the semis. Joe Buxton as well.
36-23. The Slaters up by 13 at the 3-minute mark, first half. Here comes Milton. Fairhaven tries to crank the pressure up. Utami with the basketball, picked up by Almeida. Dumps it in underneath. Gets it right back, strong to the hoop. Kicks it back out to Plouffe. Plouffe with it. Challenged by the Slaters defense. They're going to get called for a travel. Plouffe couldn't make his mind up whether to continue to dribble or dish it off. Got caught in the middle, called for the travel.
That was a lot of ball movement there. We were talking earlier about how quickly Milton just comes down and gets that shot off. Fairhaven was a little bit more patient, taking their time, but this time he saw Milton try to work the offense. Ends up being a turnover. All right, Yellow Jackets back waiting on defense. Greg McCormick along with Joe Howard here at Fairhaven High School. Basketball playoffs. And Sam Cahill with the ball in play now for Fairhaven.
Hetrick now out to go to Sam Cahill, back out to Almeida. They'll play some catch left side to Barker. Underneath to Hetrick, the ball kicked. Hetrick will pick it right back up. Cross court, it'll go to Almeida. Almeida thinks about the 3, now back to Cahill. Underneath to Bean, they double triple on Bean. Kicks it back to Almeida, his 3 on the way, good.
You saw Phil Bean kick that out when he had you just got to know that if he wanted to shoot there, he could have done that too.
So Milton double and triple, and they're dropping down and they're face guarding him as well to try to get him away from the hoop, but he saw the open man that time and got a really nice outlet pass off.
Caden Jarrah missing his shot, rebounded by the Slaters. Under 2 minutes left to go in the first half.
Almeida underneath to Hetrick. Hetrick looking, has to give it to Barker. He shoots a 3 on the way, no good. Bean trying to fight for it. Whistle of travel. So the wheels coming off a little bit here for Milton, 39-23, they trail. And Milton's going to take a timeout, Greg, a 30-second, probably a good timeout. They really don't want to get down any further going into the locker room first half.
All right, let me zoom in here on the scoreboard. There's the situation. As you see, 1:48 left to go here in the first half. Slater's 39 and the guest, Milton Yellow Jackets 23. And again, great crowd here, as you would expect, on hand for this playoff game here tonight. Joe, as we said, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. You take what's right in front of you. The other half of this bracket is North Country and U32. North Country is a 4 seed. U32 is a 13 seed. So they are playing tonight as we speak. And the winner of that game and this game will meet. And we're ready to go again here after the timeout.
Barker the trigger for the Slaters. He'll be picked up by Giroux. Oh. Milton trying to get a couple subs in, but you can't do that. They're going to have to wait for the next whistle. So Barker now will trigger. Then way out top, it'll come to Almeida. Almeida drive. He's got a lane. The floater up and good.
And nice job on that, Jack Almeida. Showing some good quickness there, the one-handed floater, and ball being brought down the floor now by Jaden Mutumi. Lost a handle on it. Sam Cahill coming up with it. Sam right quickly back to the basket. Underhanded layup misses. Bean the rebound underneath. He goes right back up. Nobody stopping him. He gets the 2.
Good basketball for the Slaters following up.
And now we have a travel at the Milton end of the floor. Caden Giroux going in for that shot. Coach Mert Sells for Milton making a couple of substitutions here, so trying to change it up a bit.
The lead quickly to 20 for the Slaters, 1:18 to go in the first half. It went from 1 point in the first period to 20 here before halftime. Fairhaven a basketball, but this time they'll turn it over. Jones with it for Milton. He quickly comes down the floor. Left side, he has to go to Dubbin. His 17-footer on the way, no good. Picked up by the Slaters. Here comes Barker, right side. Barker pulls it out, kicks it to Almeida. Almeida will play some catch with Sam Cahill. Cahill and Almeida now back over to go to Barker. Barker brings it underneath the beam. Picked up by Hetrick. Hetrick has to bring it out top. Fairhaven's going to reload. 42 seconds to go here in the first half. Slaters by 20. Fairhaven probably patient now, Greg, to get the last shot. Almeida and Barker. Almeida center of the floor. Barker again. It'll go to Almeida. Back in. Bean will get involved here. Left side, Barker, center of the floor. Almeida, 23 seconds. Again, Fairhaven very patient. No need to hurry up. Almeida's going to catch it before it goes out of bounds. 14 seconds to go. Almeida, Sam Cahill, left side to Hetrick. Hetrick with 8. Hetrick will put the ball on the floor with 7. It'll go to Cahill. Cahill back to Hetrick with 3 seconds. The shot is up, no good. Rebound by Barker. It will count.
Wow, that's a really great job of staying with it, Andrew Barker. That last shot you thought was coming from the corner there. And just right at the last split second, able to convert for the 2. And they burned a whole bunch of time off the clock that possession, too.
Can't do it any better than that. And they get the lucky rebound to go up by 22 here. The Slaters 45 and Milton 23.
Definite, I say a surprise. You mentioned it seemed like, okay, we have a pretty good game going here in the first quarter, but definitely Fairhaven separated there very nicely in that second quarter, and they lead it. As Joe just said, halftime, there it is on the clock once again, 45-23 at the half. And this is playoff basketball. Kind of significant that we have, Joe, 5 seniors on the squad, I think. Let me count them one more time. For the 6 seniors on their roster. So half of that varsity roster is all seniors, so potentially playing in their last game here tonight.
They show some spurts of a very talented ball club. That Giroux can shoot the ball very, very, very well. And Plouffe has had some pretty good minutes as well, but unless they get an answer for being underneath, and we've said that about most of the games we've done here, Fairhaven, the opposing coaches go into the locker room at halftime, and their biggest concern is handling being underneath. And somehow, some way, for Milton to get back into this ball game, they'll have to do something there. But you saw them change up the defense on Bean. Triple team, he got an awful nice kick out for the three-pointer from Almeida. He's a load. He's tough.
Well, as you said, I mean, that inside game working here tonight, and the outside game kind of opens up the inside game. You get all these players, you know, we had Almeida, Wetmore shooting from outside, you know, and hitting those threes. You got to come out on that. You got to challenge it a little bit, and that opens things up inside. So they got all firing on all cylinders here, is what we're seeing with Fairhaven. All right, so it's halftime, and we have 45-23 our score. Fairhaven up on top. First round Division II boys basketball playoffs at Fairhaven Union High School. There, as you see on the wall across the way, Slater Nation. We'll try and get you some stats here in just a second.
Yeah, we have a friendly scorekeeper here in Fairhaven, so when he finishes his tally, we'll steal the book and we'll come back with that.
All right, let me take a little break here for just a second. It won't seem like a break on TV. Through the magic of TV, we'll be right back. All right, halftime, Fairhaven High School Division II boys basketball first round playoff action. Fairhaven doing pretty well here at the half. Good, excellent second quarter. Joe has some stats for us. Fairhaven leads 45-23, but all things going good here for Fairhaven, Joe.
Jack Almeida with 3 3-pointers, Greg, for a total of 11 points. Wetmore had 1 3 for 3 points. Barker, the late 2 on the putback at the buzzer. Joe Buxton, 9 points. Max Cahill with 3. And again, the big guy, Phil Bean, 17 points.
Wow.
First half.
I thought, what's the quarter by quarter there? What'd they do each?
22 and 23, right?
Yeah, 22 and 23 for the Milton Club. Girard, 3 threes and 9 points, and he had a couple more in and out. Good-looking player, though. Batumi with 2, Plouffe with 2 threes for a total of 6. Godwin had 4 points for a total of 23, so 17 and 6. So it was 22-17 at the end of the first period, and it was closer than that for most of the first period. And then all of a sudden now it's a 22-point lead for the Slaters.
So it was a low output score-wise for Milton in that second quarter. They just failed to really get any kind of offense.
Yeah,
going.
6 points, tough, 2 threes, Girard and Plouffe. They seem to get caught up a little bit in their emotion once the ball started going in the hoop for Fairhaven. Milton seemed to get a little frustrated and had a hard time scoring.
All right, so it's halftime. We are at Fairhaven High School, first round of the playoffs, and again, very interesting time of year in the month of February. All teams looking toward the Barry Auditorium is where the playoffs take place every year for Division 2, 3, and 4. And Fairhaven, again, one of the top seeds here in boys basketball. Fairhaven finished up pretty strong here. I believe they had 3. Just checking down, the last 3 games were wins. They did lose to Hartford, though. Hartford, a really tough team here in Division 2.
I'll tell you, Fairhaven made it a lot closer than a lot of people would think. They got down early, Fairhaven did, by maybe as many as a dozen, and then came back, got to within 2 in the fourth period, but then ended up losing, but by single digits. So, they held their own here in Fairhaven.
All right, so halftime continues, and we'll have the second half coming up. All right, second half underway. Fairhaven 45, Milton Yellow Jackets 23. Division 2 first round playoffs at Fairhaven High School.
Slaters will open the quarter with the ball. Almeida left side. Sam Cahill and Almeida will play some catch. Almeida gets it back, looks to go underneath. Fairhaven going to be very patient. Milton comes out with their zone defense as they started the game. Sam Cahill again, reloads, Almeida left side. Almeida wants to drive, kicks it to Cahill. Back it'll go to Almeida. Windsor doing a nice job this time defensively. Barker gets it to 3 on the way. No. Rebound, it'll come down to Mitumi. And they'll quickly get it out to Jones. Jones strong to the hoop. A whistle travel.
All right, so a little bit of a quick end-to-end activity. Barker had a good line on it at the other end, did not do it. Yellow Jackets will not get a shot off, and we have Fairhaven pressuring the ball, Joe, to start off here this second half.
Yeah, Milton will now pick them up full court, and they're going to have to do something to get back into the game relatively quickly. Sam Cahill gets it from Buxton. Almeida reverses it right side to Barker. Barker looking underneath, wants Bean, now kicks it to Almeida. Almeida to Bean. Out to Buxton. Nope, the 3 on the way to Kyle. Buxton will get the boards. Fairhaven will reload. Almeida the basketball. Bean calling for it, but they bring it back out top to Buxton. Almeida again. Again, Bean wants it and gets it. They double on him. He goes strong to the hoop, shoots it off the back of the rim. It'll be Milton basketball.
All right, Caden Giroux got that rebound. Giroux end-to-end, pulls up for the jumper right there and bangs that two in.
Well, he is smooth. He's a very nice ball player. Slater's with it. We're a minute deep here, period number 3. Bean with it. Out top it'll go to Barker. His three long. Rebound, Giroux. Giroux with it quickly down the floor. He's looking to shoot, and he does. Nice shot.
That's where they want the ball, right there. He's hit a number of those, and there he goes again. You got to have a whole bunch more to get back into this. Do we have a timeout by Fairhaven?
Fairhaven, yeah. Coach Vadden is not happy with them not getting out on Giroux. So Fairhaven's going to take a timeout. 45-28. Giroux with the first 5 points of the second period from either club. He got a long three and a very nice two. So.
All right, and again, well, Chris Halnon out there. You see Chris, alumni here, isn't he?
Chris is a Fairhaven.
And Timmy also?
Tim is a Fairhaven Slater. It's so odd to me to look out and see Coach Barrett out on the floor as an official after 20-plus years at Castleton, and so many games I attended and so many games that I had done with Castleton over the years, and different part of his career now, different part of his athletic career. He's also a very, very good baseball umpire, and so good to have him here.
All right, and the other official, let's not forget her. That's Kim Levins. Kim, excellent basketball player, 1,000-point scorer. She played her ball at MSJ.
She's a very good referee as well. She does a very nice job. Fairhaven the ball. Almeida with it. Out top it'll go. Underneath to Bean. Bean looking for help. Back to Almeida. 3 on the way. No good. Buxton got the boards himself. Goes out top to Sam Cahill. Barker with it. Barker. Bean shot. His 3. We don't see that very often. The shot is very short, and it'll come down to Milton.
All right, Sam Plouffe got that rebound. Yellow Jackets now top left of the 3-point shot. It was by Caden Giroux, top left of that circle.
Giroux missed it. He had a good look at that one as well. Buxton with it right side for the Slayers. It's going to go out of bounds. Turned over by Fairhaven. It'll go to Milton.
All right, so the Yellow Jackets are going to have possession right here in front of our scorers table. We got the stats, by the way. The gentleman giving us the stats is the Cahill's dad, right?
It is, Jesse Cahill. He helps us out every game we're here. Oh, nice move by Windsor Yellow Jacket. Godden, very nice, and they'll pick up full court. Now they'll drop back off and let Fairhaven get it across. So from 22-point lead down to 15, Fairhaven yet to score here, period number 3. Sam Cahill, right side. Almeida, back to Cahill. Sitting in a zone, Milton. Fairhaven having a hard time getting it underneath. It'll go to Buxton. His shot is up and good. As I say, they're having a hard time to make a good entry pass into Buxton. He lays it up and good.
That was a good look, good by Sam Cahill to see that. Good assist for him on that play. As we have the ball at the Yellow Jacket end of the floor, Sam Plouffe now will get some help out on top. Evan Jones rotating out top. Matumi. Jaden Matumi picked up by Cahill on defense. Having a little trouble with the dribble there, recovers it. And now Caden Giroux going to let one rip there from 3-point land, and that one comes off the rim as we see going out of bounds. And referee Barrett there at the end line says it will be Fairhaven ball.
Sam Cahill, the trigger for the Slaters, will get it to Buxton. Buxton will look to bring it up to court. Barker is with him on the left side. They work underneath the Bean. Bean shot is up and good. Plouffe had pretty good position there as well, and now they're gonna call the turnover as they stepped out of bounds, inbounds as they were trying to bring the ball inbounds. That violation, and so the Slaters will get it back. So the 19-point lead for Fairhaven at the halfway mark, period 3, and inbounds will come into Barker from Buxton. He lays it up and good.
Well, for Milton, you've seen very short little runs here where you get a little glimmer where they're getting back into it, but Fairhaven quashing that very quickly. Matumi now top of the circle and to Godden. Godden drives the lane down low left side, right side, put up the shot, misses. Phil Bean the rebound, long pass down the floor. That one was taken by Caden Giroux, intercepting that one. Then we have a whistle.
Yeah, it's going to go on Buxton. Loose ball, both going after it. Giroux and Buxton. Buxton's going to be whistled with his third foul at the 3:48 mark in period number 3. Slater's back up 21.
All right, so it is put in play. Fairhaven looks like they're using a full court man-to-man here. And there are the Yellow Jackets, left side of the free throw line. Shot by Caden Giroux, misses. That's Buxton right there clearing out the rebound here for Fairhaven.
Almeida and Kyle. Barker right side underneath the Buxton. Buxton looks, they double on him. Back it'll go to Barker. It'll go out of bounds. Wouldn't be a bit surprised. Coach Van has already taken Buxton off of Giroux, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see him set Joe here for the last couple of minutes in this period with 3 fouls.
All right, so everybody picking somebody up here defensively for Fairhaven. The ball will be inbounded here by the Yellow Jackets. And let's see, a chase for a loose ball there over the into the backcourt. Almeida comes up with it. Phil Fairhaven will set up.
Slater's the ball. Kyle left side. Back to Almeida. Barker has it. Bean kicks it way out top. Almeida underneath the Buxton. He's got a lane. The floater's up, no good. Loose ball, good block out. It'll come down to Jones. Jones, the basketball for Milton, wants to get down the floor quickly.
Into that left corner, there's a three-point try. Ben Godden, a senior forward there, missing that one. Rebound Fairhaven, long outlet down the floor. Jesse Bean. Jesse Bean showing some real good quickness for a guy his size, and there's going to be a foul under the basket. Bean missed the shot, but he's going to the foul line.
You got Plouffe moving back, so it's going to be called on Plouffe. His first. Bean will go back to the line. He'll shoot a pair. 2:49, period number 3, 21-point Slater lead. Bean shot is up and good.
Fairhaven cheering section over there being kind of quiet here tonight,
They
I
have
think.
been quiet, but a little bit of a run in period 1 and a little bit of run early in this period is all that Milton's been able to get going against Fairhaven. So Bean gets them both. It's the biggest lead of the game now for the Slaters, 53-30.
All right, and Jacob Rathbun now trying to get it over the half-court line. Jacob had it knocked away or lost it. It's going to be out of bounds off Fairhaven, though, however. So we'll have a new inbounder over there. And that will be Caden Giroux that will inbound it. And the ball coming in play now to Ben Godden. Godden driving down low underneath. Might on him defensively, but manages to get a shot over the top of him. That one in for the 2.
They'll pick up full court, but Fairhaven will bring it across. Bring it on the right side. Barker wants it, gets it behind his stripe into Bean. Bean's got a lane. Shot up, no good. It'll be pulled down by Milton, and here they come quickly down the floor.
That's Godden. I got the rebound and passes further up the floor to Giroux. Giroux spinning move underneath and apparently going to get an offensive foul.
Yeah, they got him with the push off one hand.
So that'll bring us down, approaching the 2-minute mark left to go here in the third quarter. Now, Buxton coming out.
Yeah, yep, Buxton's coming out. Hetrick is back into the ball game for the Slaters.
All right, Phil Bean will stay in there. Phil's had a nice game. You were checking those halftime stats. He was, the leading scorer there at the
17 and a half.
All right, full court pressure there by the Yellow Jackets. They back off on that. You and I were just talking about Milton's pretty good poke here if you got to drive down to Fairhaven from Milton, right?
It is. It's a ride. Weather's been good for them, though. Weather's been good for everybody this year as far as travel. Slater's the ball. Under 2 minutes to go, period 3. Sam Cahill. Barker out top. Bean with it. Bean reloads. Bean on right side to Hetrick. Back to Almeida. Almeida and Cahill will play some catch. Cahill will put the ball on the floor. He's got a lane up and good. You don't see him do that much, Greg, but he can do it, and he can do it well.
Yep, he just did a beautiful job splitting that defense. Now Almeida doing a good job on defense, pressuring the ball right there, almost a turnover, but recovered by the Yellow Jackets. They drive down low up. Now Almeida's just going to pull that one away. Saw that come a little bit loose there from the Yellow Jackets. Down the floor, we'll get a three-point shot put up by Andrew Barker, missing.
Sam Cahill feeling it now, goes strong to the hoop. No good, a whistle, a foul. I think it'll stay Fairhaven ball. No, it'll be a foul on Fairhaven's Barker, and he'll take his seat. Max Cahill into the ball game now, as well as Wetmore for the Slaters.
All right, so Coach Vadnais making some adjustments out there, giving the guys off the bench. He's got a good bench, too. It's nice to have that kind of bench resources there on the bench when you get some players tired. Got some shooters there. Wetmore definitely a shooter. And the ball in the front court. Caden Giroux now out on top. And again, that number 12 pulls up for the shot. That's going to be a little bit short. Phil Bean got the rebound.
Coach Vadnais wanting the Slaters to push it now. Cahill right side. Cahill wants to go underneath the Bean. It'll have to come to Hetrick. Max Cahill with it left side. He'll reverse it, bring it center of the floor. He's going to launch the three. It's up, no good. Long off the Bean with the board, but it's going to be whistled. The foul's going to go on Milton's number 1, Giroux. That may be a 3 on him as well. It is 3 on him. So him and Buxton both with 3 fouls, the big guys for their clubs. Fairhaven the inbounds pass. They're going to lose it out of bounds.
All right, so we got about a half a minute left to go here in the third quarter. And the Yellow Jackets have not managed to gain much ground here in this third quarter. The real quarter in this game was that second quarter for Fairhaven, outscoring Milton by a lot, and that got that lead, never relinquished it.
Foul on Max Cahill for the Slaters. It'll stay Milton's basketball. Dubbin with it. Max Cahill picks him up. Stolen away. Sam Cahill's got a lane to the hoop. Lays it up and good.
Nice job by Sam Cahill right there. Makes it now 57-32. And inbounding it is, again, that number 12 here for the Yellow Jackets.
Loose ball on the inbounds. Max Cahill. Max will try to work it underneath. It'll go to Hetrick. We got a whistle. We got a kick. So with 8 seconds left, Fairhaven will get the ball out underneath their own hoop. 57-32. The Slaters will lead and the ball. Max Cahill will trigger it. We'll see if Fairhaven gets a good look.
All right, so we got enough for, well, let's see, 8 seconds of play here left in this third quarter. And it will be Fairhaven, as you see, getting ready to put the ball in play.
Inbounds to Max Cahill. He'll turn and shoot. No good. Loose ball. Rebound off to Milton. Plouffe with it. Plouffe will give it to Jones with 1 second. Jones won't get a shot.
All right, so there is the buzzer shot that will end the third quarter. So after 3 quarters, we have a score of 57-32. I want to see if I can find out who number 12 is there for Milton. Maybe Jesse can tell you that. All right, so we have, again, a pretty good crowd here on hand for this one tonight. Joe trying to get us... All right. 57-32 is our score, and we are just about ready to got the 8 minutes going up on the board here for the fourth quarter. We find out who that was?
We do. 12 is Rutherford, who is listed as 15 in the program. So,
all right, so he's been doing a little bit out here for the Yellow Jackets, so we'll fix that right now.
Sophomore guard for Milton.
All right, so the Yellow Jackets are out first. We're showing you the scoreboard there. Let me get you the Yellow Jackets out on the floor. Their fourth quarter, likely their last quarter of this season right here. Always was a funny feeling when you come to this point and not a whole lot of hope in salvaging this game. But there's 8 minutes up here, so we'll have a fun fourth quarter, I'm sure.
They haven't had an answer yet for the Slaters. We'll see what they can get going. Shot by Plouffe is up on its way, no good. It'll be taken down by Bean.
Here comes Jack Almeida over the half-court line to Max Cahill. And now they get it to Wetmore, left side. You're going to be all net on that one.
He's had a very, very nice year for the Slaters. 60-32, Fairhaven up now by 28, up by a lot. Quickly down the floor, it'll be Plouffe with the board. Plouffe's shot is up, no good. They'll get it back down themselves.
And that might be, or is, a three. I was going to say, we'll just, we see the signal given right there. That's Jack Rathbun. I just hit that three. Been few and far between for some good things like that happening for Milton here. Fairhaven just playing a very good basketball game here tonight.
Sam Cahill over to Max Cahill underneath the Bean. Bean in traffic, spins up and good.
Fun to watch him work that post there. He does it so well. Underneath, has some very good low post moves there. Phil Bean, perfect guy in that position down there. We get a shot, and that hung up there forever. It's going to drop in finally. That's Gavin Murray, a new player into the ball game here for the Yellow Jackets. Gavin, I believe, got the two, and he'll be on the line to shoot.
Bean with the foul, and I believe, Greg, that's his first foul this evening, and that says something. It is indeed his first foul. That says something for as hard as he plays, as big as he is, with his intensity underneath the boards, his first foul.
It's hard to stay out of foul trouble when you have all the defenders around him that he does. I mean, everybody's just all around him. And that will be a three-point play with Gavin Murray hitting that free throw. So makes it 52-38 now with that bucket.
Fairhaven, Almeida. Almeida will play some catch with Wetmore. Buxton back into the ball game now. Center of the floor. Max Cahill left side. Beans calling for it. Gets it. Gets bumped underneath, kicks it out to Buxton. Joe's three on the way, good.
Yeah, very hard to stop a game like that when you got the inside game and the outside game going like that. Buxton hitting the threes now. Ahmed, as we saw, hit the threes. Wetmore doing it as well. And there's a nice drive to the basket. The other end of the floor, that's Ben Godden, senior forward there, going in for a nice layup. And the ball going back to the Slaters. Jack Almeida will be backing it out right around center circle with it over to that left side to Max Cahill. Now they work it again inside, and no stopping Phil Bean again.
Yeah, he got a mismatch that time down the floor and had very little problems laying it up and good. 67-40 the Slaters. We're 2.5 minutes deep in the fourth period. We got a whistle on the far side. It's going to go on the Slaters. Max Cahill whistled with the foul. That's his second.
All right, so we will be on the free throw line here for a couple.
Godden's first shot is up and good. Godden's giving him some good minutes this evening, Greg. He's played most of the game, and he's played pretty tough. Fairhaven will make some substitutions now. Noah Woodbury into the ball game for the first time for the Slaters. Godden gets one or two. Bean chases the boards down, and they'll give it up to Sam Cahill. Sam, the freshman, will bring it across. They double on him, but he has little problems. Gives it to Almeida. Almeida picked by Bean. Out to Wetmore's three is up. Good. It's just raining threes for the Slaters now.
Yeah, Wetmore I've seen on several occasions this year, and he had to be a nice shot, no question about it. When he's on, he's hit a whole bunch of those here tonight. There's a shot, I think, at the other end. They got knocked up there anyway. That was Gavin Murray that tried that attempt. Gavin going to miss that one off the glass. We see it going out of bounds underneath. It's out of bounds off Milton. We have 5 minutes left to go in this basketball game.
Woodbury gets the trigger from Sam Cahill. Cahill will get it back. Milton will drop back. Now let's Fairhaven bring it across. No pressure. Almeida, Wetmore, Woodbury, right side. Woodbury looks underneath, has to bring it back out top. Almeida. Cahill's got the drive up and good. That's the second time we've seen him do that this evening, and done it well.
That's Sam Cahill.
72-41, the biggest lead of the game. Now the Slaters up by 31. We got a whistle right side. Phil Bean, so didn't have any. Now he's got two real quick, but no issues with Phil.
All right, it looks like the Yellow Jackets will be inbounding it here in just a moment, so they're going to put that in play from the baseline. Ball in play now with it, top of the circle, Caden Giroux. Giroux's had a nice game here tonight as well for the Yellow Jackets. Very good ball handler, backs up with a three-point try there. Misses, and Sam Cahill with a rebound. There's the outlet all the way down the floor, and Wetmore out in front of everybody gets in for the easy layup.
Milton's tired, Greg. They're having a hard time getting back now. They've been chasing Fairhaven now for 3.5 quarters, and And they're tired. There's no question.
All right, we're down to about 4 minutes or thereabouts left to go here in this basketball game. Fairhaven very comfortable right now with that 74-41 advantage.
Tim Kendall into the ball game for the Slaters as well. Kendall will bring in the ball across this time. He'll work with Kyle in the backcourt. Kyle gets it left side, wants to go back. It'll go to Kendall. Haggerty into the ball game as well for Fairhaven. Kendall right side. Ethan Haggerty has it right side. Back it'll go to Kendall. Sam Cahill, they'll play some catch. Woodbury underneath the bean. His shot is up and good.
They get two defenders on him. You had Jacob Rathbun, and so was Gavin Murray right there on either side of Phil Bean. But even with two on him, nobody can match up very well with him. And easy two, maybe a three-point play coming.
They're gonna get Phil out here too right after this shot. Probably a wise move. 3:38 to go. Can't risk an injury, and indeed he'll take a seat. A monster game again for Bean.
Phil Bean very likely finishing up right here. He's a junior, so no matter what, he'll get more time on this court, I'm sure, next year. As we said, the playoffs, there's a shot top of the circle that's going to be a little bit short. We have a rebound taken down. We got a new player in there for Fairhaven. That's Adam Williams.
Adam Williams gets the board. He just checked in, gets the rebound, gets his name in the stats. Fairhaven the ball. 3:16 to go. 77-41. Woodbury with it. Shot by Kyl's three is up. No good. Loose ball. Woodbury gets it himself. Here comes Kendall. Kendall wants to go out top. Kyle with it. Kyle's got the drive. He's going to go to the hoop. Up and good.
Nice job right there. Again, getting that angle and getting that lane. He saw a little daylight over there. Right side goes in for the easy layup. And the ball at the yellow jacket end of the floor. Evan Jones out on top there with Jones. Gavin Murray. Now they work it into Godden. Godden in the paint. And a little turnaround. 3-4 footer up and in for the two.
Yeah, going to take a timeout. Just going to switch players around. Sam Kyle, very nice game tonight. He's going to take a seat into the ball game for the Slaters for the first time. Will be Jack Spaulding.
All right, so we have about 2.5 minutes, a little more than that left to go here in this basketball game. Very likely we will have the Fairhaven Slaters on to the next round here.
Spaulding the ball for the Slaters. Going to go right to the hoop. Oh, tried to make a nice pass to Williams, but Williams didn't see it coming. It goes out of bounds. 2:31 end the ball game. 79-43 to Slaters.
All right, so the Yellow Jackets will inbound here in just a moment as the clock starts running again. Exactly 2.5 left to go in this contest. First round playoff game, Division II Boys Basketball Championship at Fairhaven. Top of the circle is Jaden Matumi. Matumi getting pressured over there on that right side by Jack Spaulding. Almost goes into the backcourt, but Yellow Jackets managed to save it. That's Sam Plouffe, and Sam's going to take that three-point try. That one saved in play, but into Fairhaven hands. Colin St. Hilaire with that save. And now it is Fairhaven basketball. Spinning move in the paint. That one gets loose, and Jack Spaulding lost a handle on it. Fairhaven recovers it. Good ball movement here by Fairhaven, working it around that three-point perimeter. They bring it over on the right side. Just using up a little bit of clock here, Joe.
Haggerty will shoot the three. It's up and good. Ethan Haggerty makes his time meaningful as he hits the three from the left side. 1:32 to go for the Slaters. They lead 82-43. And then Haggerty with a quick board. Slaters quickly down the floor. They want to bring it. Now they'll slow up. No, they won't. No, they won't. Kendall showed he was going to slow up, and then he just launches a three. It's up and good.
Right off the square of the glass. That was a pretty shot. All right, Yellow Jackets drive it to the free throw line. They kick it over in the left corner to St. Hilaire. Now Matumi. Matumi working with it at the free throw line and got it knocked away by Spaulding. Now that's going to be a loose ball picked up by the Slaters. Woodbury on a breakaway down the floor, takes it in for a right-handed layup.
46 seconds to go in the ball game. It's been all Fairhaven for the most part. Nice give and go play there by Milton, but ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll go off to Slaters. Milton will keep it. 37 seconds to go here in the ball game.
Just the score to put 87 points up, not easy to do. You don't see that too often. So yeah, you got to really make some shots here, and Fairhaven hasn't missed much tonight. All right, ball inbounded in Keegan Jones on the left sideline. We have a official foul here on this.
Yeah, Adam Williams reaching over the back. Neither club had got to the 5-foul free throw opportunity, so it'll be Milton's ball underneath. 35 seconds to go in the ballgame. Stolen away by the Slaters. Woodbury with it. Back to Kendall. We'll see if Fairhaven will just wind the clock. 27 seconds. Haggerty left side. Kendall brings it to the center. Phil Bean calling for him to shoot from the bench, but I'm pretty sure, they are going to shoot it up to 3. Up and good by Noah Woodbury.
And that gives us an even 90 points on the board here for Fairhaven in this contest. At the other end of the floor, we got a Yellow Jacket shot attempt. Comes off the glass. Ben Godden took that one, misses. Now the Slaters will run it to the half court. And they take a pretty impressive win here tonight. They were hitting on all cylinders here with an offensive performance tonight that put up 90 points. They win it by a score of 90-45 here over the Milton Yellow Jackets. There's both teams out here in front of us. Shake hands, and of course Fairhaven going on to the next round. The Yellow Jackets and their seniors will finish up here on the floor. They got 6 seniors, as we said, so those guys just finished up their last basketball game in a Milton Yellow Jacket uniform. And for the Fairhaven Slaters, they'll be moving on to the next round. Next round, Joe, as we said, the other half of this bracket, at least for Fairhaven, was number 4 North Country and number 13 U32. And you don't want to really get ahead of yourself. First round's pretty predictable, though, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
If you're a 4 seed, I think you could be comfortable to say, North Country likely will win that. So could be a long trip here for Fairhaven. They will definitely be in this, and they got to go up there to, Newport, right?
Is that Saturday, Greg?
I don't have the date written down, so I don't know. I don't know.
That is a hike. I mean, it's a challenge to travel that far, get off the bus, get acclimated to the new gym, and to play. So it'll be no easy game for Fairhaven, but they're certainly talented.
And also in that half of the bracket, if I wrote this down here correctly, you have Hartford's going to play MSJ tomorrow night. So they were the play-in winner, MSJ, then Missisquoi and Lamoille. So actually it could work out that you get to the first round up in Barrie, you'd have to face Hartford again. That's a team that Fairhaven's had a little trouble with this season.
That's a tough thing about being outside the top 4 is you got a pretty good, pretty likely chance of facing the number 1 seed in Barrie.
And interestingly, too, we mentioned them earlier, but I want to say it again because we're very proud, everybody is, of the Otter Valley Otters. The Otters up there in Brandon have been waiting a long time for a great basketball team. They got one this year for sure.
They've had a good year. They have a very good year.
They're the number 6 seed, so they've had a very good season where they are definitely a contender here as we get into the postseason. But folks starting to file out of this gymnasium here. Playoff action here tonight at Fairhaven Union High School, Slater Nation. And we have, again, final score 90-45, Fairhaven winning this one. We're going to try and get you some stats here if we can do that in just a second. As we've been very lucky to have Jesse Cahill helping us out here this season. We'll get that in just a moment. All right, we have, again, our final score. I wrote it down here somewhere since they shut it off the clock. 90-45, but a lot of points and a lot of guys getting in on the action here tonight. Joe, you got the scoreboard.
I sure do. So Sam Cahill, one of the best offensive nights that we've seen him this year with 8 points. Jack Almeida had 11, Wetmore 11 off the bench. Good effort by him. Barker with 4, Buxton with 14, Kendall with a 3, Max Cahill with a 3, and Phil Bean with 28 points, leading all scorers for a total of 90 points. A lot of points, a lot of points spread across the board. And for Milton, 14 points for Gerard, very nice player. Plouffe ended up with 6. Godwin had a pretty good ball game and quietly, done it quietly, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 17 points. Actually he scored. He was a high scorer for Milton, so he had a very nice night. Murray with 3 and Rathbun with 3 for a total of 45. So certainly not a lot of scoring by Milton, and attribute that to Fairhaven's defense. They played very solid defense, and they certainly played stellar offense tonight.
Well, like you said, this Milton Yellow Jacket team, they played hard. They had a couple of players that did very well here tonight, but just didn't have any answers for what Fairhaven was doing up there tonight. Fairhaven had that inside game and the outside game. We talked about that a couple of games ago, how when you get everything going like that, very hard to defend against a team like that.
When they get going both inside and outside, Greg, they certainly can make some noise going forward in the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. They're a good club. They're not, they're every bit of a 5 seed and certainly can play with many of the top 4 seeds. So.
And it should be interesting. We were hoping maybe we could get head coach Luke Vadnais here to speak with us for just a second, but he's got to be very happy with what he saw here tonight. As we said, coming into this game here tonight, Joe, he had 3 wins and then that 1 loss to Hartford. That's something he's going to be thinking about a little bit here as you go forward.
That's a pretty good first year as a coach here in Fairhaven, is to have an above 500 record, get a home playoff game, win the home playoff game big by 45 points, and then move on to the second round. So nicely done by Coach Vadnais here for the Slaters.
All right, so final score once again, first round of the playoffs, 90-45. I mentioned Otter Valley. I just want to mention that Otter team one more time here. The 6th seed, they're playing on the Mount Abraham. It's the Eagles, right? Eagles of Mount Abe?
I believe so, yeah.
All right, so that's the team they are playing. I don't think we're going to get a chance to talk. Oh, there we are going to get a chance to talk. All right, so Coach Vadnais will be here with us, and just give him a second here to put this headset on. And Joe and I, Coach, were talking about that was a great offensive all-around performance tonight, but putting 90 points up on the board's a hard thing to do. You were firing on all cylinders here tonight.
Yeah, it's a fun team because you really don't know where it's going to come from. I mean, Phil is usually the leading scorer, but there's been games when he hasn't, and it's just fun because you really don't know who it's going to be. Dylan comes in, has a huge 4th quarter. Jack Almeida early on in the game. Joe Buxton was big in the 2nd quarter. I thought Sam Cahill was good all night. Jace Hetrick comes in when Joe got in foul trouble, played great defense on number 1. It's just a total team effort. They're a fun group of kids to be around.
And this Yellow Jacket team, they were a veteran team. They had 6 seniors on the team. They gave it a good go, but they just didn't have an answer for what you had tonight.
Well, they had us nervous early on. I'll tell you, when they're hitting those threes and making shots, I was like, these guys are a lot better than their record says. And they had size and they had athletes. And the three-pointer just changes things. When people are making threes, it keeps you in the game. And I was proud of our guys. I'm really excited to have the opportunity that we're going to have on Friday. Everybody knows we kind of measure Slater basketball on trips to Barrie. I don't know if you guys saw Coach P went into the Hall of Fame today, and they're saying he went up there with 14 different teams. It's like, he set the standard. It was good. It was great to see him here tonight. It was nice to play well in front of him, and we have an opportunity to go to Barrie, so nothing else really matters. We're 1-0 in the playoffs, and we're excited about going up to North Country.
Okay, and speaking of that was my next question. Do you know that they win? We're assuming they did. They're a 4 seed or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would love U32 to come here, but assuming everything plays out chalk, I think they actually play tomorrow night, and I wouldn't count U32 out. I know they struggled this year a little bit towards the end of the year, but I feel like we've met North Country so many times in recent history in the quarters or semis. That's who knocked us out last year in Barrie, was North Country. So we're excited about that opportunity.
Okay, and we were just talking too about it's a lot of fun, this Division II. I mean, obviously this half of the bracket's got Hartford in it, if I wrote this down correctly.
Yep.
But we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves.
But one day at a time.
But we got the Otters too, and we're hoping they do well too.
Yes.
It's number 6 seed.
Yeah, Otter Valley's tough, just like we were talking about. They can really shoot the 3. So I wouldn't count Otter Valley out of any game. When you got Connor Dennis and Logan Letourneau, guys that can shoot the ball, Pelkey, and they're well coached. So they're going to give somebody a tough go. You know, they got Mount Abe tonight, so we'll be interesting to see how that played out. They split with Mount Abe this year. But, yeah, D2 is wide open. I mean, it's all wide open, I feel like, this year, more so than usual.
All right, well, congratulations to you. Your first year, you got a good-looking playoff first round here tonight, no doubt about it. Everything working out very well. We wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, guys. Really appreciate it. Have a good night.
Okay, Coach Vadnais with the Fairhaven team winning once again 90-45. That'll conclude our presentation here, a presentation of Division II boys basketball at Fairhaven High School. On PEGTV, thank you for watching.